We've tested how the best golfers in the world are using their hands, and I can tell you right now, based on those studies, you're worrying about the wrong pivoting action in the golf swing. If you're new here, my name's Ethan Bramble. I'm the lead instructor here at Clause and Effect, and here at Clause and Effect, we're worried about one major thing, the hands. And in particular, the hand to handle to face relationship, and how that is all the golf ball cares about. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a really basic understanding of the hand to handle to face relationship, and in particular, what the lead hand is doing, and specifically the lead thumb. Okay, the lead thumb is responsible for how to control the toe of the golf club. So we're going to start this video out just walking you through basic understanding of what the hands are doing, and then the effect that that's having on the club head and getting that in the proper positions before you strike the ball, as you strike it, and then after you strike it. So let's jump into it and let's stop worrying about how our body's pivoting and focus on our hands. Okay, so let's talk about this hand to handle to face relationship. And I'm going to show over here on this side, I'm going to show the lead hand and what it's doing and how the fingers are pivoting relative to the palm, and show how that relationship is directly correlated to how the club head would be pivoting relative to the handle. So palm, handle, fingers, club head. So if I go this way, club head's going to go this way relative to the handle. So this is how this relationship works. If I close it over too much or keep it open too much, that's what's happening. So number one thing we have to understand is that you have to start with a cup in your lead wrist, and the fingers have to be at about a 45-degree angle relative to the handle. This is important because this cup in the lead wrist and this alignment of the fingers relative to the palm is giving you the best chance to apply the proper pressure to the handle of the golf club, but it's also getting the thumb aligned on the side of the handle. And these are both extremely important because golf's a sideways sport, so the more the thumb is on the side of the handle, the better chance you have to swing on this sideways angle. Hit the inside part of that golf ball, get the club going down the target line past your body. It just makes life a lot easier for you. One thing to make sure too, get that thumb from like here to here placed on the grip, to where if you like committed a crime and I needed your identity, I could like extract it out of this section of your grip. So that's how important that is. And this is how you're going to support the weight of the golf club, how you're going to control the toe. Just very, very important you get that placement right. Okay, so now that we got this right, I'm going to take the lead hand off the club. I'm just going to point the fingers here and then just hold the club straight out away. So now, first thing we want to feel is when we go back, we want to have this consistent cup in the wrist and feel like we're pushing down and away from our body. Okay, that's going to get the handle of the club to track back properly. From there, we're going to have a consistent point for the fingers and the club head to pivot around. Okay, so if we just went back like this, no bueno. Face is too closed, club head's outside the hands. Now we have to do something miraculous to not have this occur as we're coming into the ball. So we're going to try to feel like our fingers are pivoting back of the palm. Okay, that's going to get this relationship right here. So boom, right there. So now that the fingers are back of the palm, that's getting the club head back of the handle. So now here we are at the perfect takeaway position. Just place that on the club. We still have our cup and our lead wrist. Our hands are right over the toe line. Thumb still on the side of the handle. And the toe is toe up, okay? This is the position that we're trying to get to at the takeaway. And this is why you always see tour players working on this position. It just makes it a lot easier to transition the club up to the top and then arrive back to this position, which is what we call the pre-impact position, which is exactly where we were at the takeaway, just more forward with the handle. But again, fingers are still back of the palm, club head's still back of the handle. And when I say back of the handle, it's really aligned to now strike the inside part of that golf ball. Remember, if I took a golf ball and I took a nail and like stuck it out of the inside quadrant, which is right here, I want the club to be positioned back of the handle so I can now drive the club head at that nail. Okay, but in order to get the club head down to that nail, I don't really have to do much more with the handle than get it to just inside your lead thigh. Now it's done. It doesn't have to go much further than this, but the club head has to get down to the ball. And the way it's going to get down to the ball is this lead thumb. So the lead thumb's fully loaded, fingers are back of the palm, driving the handle till the inside of that lead thigh. Now here we go. If I just like pulled back on that shaft of that golf club, that's just going to create more torque, load that thumb. Now here comes the spring action. It's going to snap that club down. Boom, right there. Right back to where we initially started, to where we have the same amount of knuckles visible with our nice strong grip, but the face is square. Okay, if I did this right here, pulled back on this, got this torque, and then just drove the handle, look where the face would be. It'd be wide open. So we wouldn't be square with the face, or vice versa. I'm here coming in and I don't continue to drive the handle and I go, whoop. Now look, now the face is closing over. So it's this hand to handle to face relationship that you have to understand. So what I'd like for you to do, imagine there's like a wall right here just inside this lead thigh. And we start here, you can even kind of like cup your trail wrist, put it just above your lead wrist here. Now get your good set position, go back, keep this trail hand right here, and you're going to drive the butt end of the club till you get to that lead thigh. Now the club head is going to go down to the ball because of that lead thumb. It's like the hammering the nail. That thumb is just snapping down to square that face, and then the club head is going to pass the handle. Okay, this isn't a scoop, this isn't a flip. The handle's forward enough to where we're going to be able to hit down on that nail and square that face up, and that's what we're looking for. So get that thumb placed on the top trail side of the grip, get your good wall established right here. Now pivot the club head back, get a good stretch, drive it into that wall, snap that club head down with that thumb, keeping the knuckles to the sky, and then let the club head pass the handle to the finish. This is how the release is happening. You're not driving past your wall here, you're hitting your wall, the club head snaps down. As we're coming into the ball, that club head is traveling a good distance from here to here to here, but the handle isn't. It has to hit this wall in order for the club to release on the proper angle and away from our body. Do that and I guarantee you're going to have a better understanding of why your golf ball is doing what it's doing, better face awareness, and a better understanding of this hand to handle to face relationship. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.